Tengo un video nuevo para mostrarles hoy. It's a new video. It's a shortened version of the very long video I did last time. Es los verbos. We're gonna talk just about the ER ending verbs. Los verbos que terminan con ER. We're gonna do the regular verb conjugation. And then we're gonna talk about tener and about how tener is irregular and it doesn't follow the pattern completely, perfectly like it should. ¿Qué es un verbo? What's a verb? Un verbo es una palabra de acción. It's an action word. The verbs are formed by a root or stem, which is the part that usually doesn't change, and then the ending, which indicates the person, the number, the time, or mode of the conjugation. For example, but the ending will tell us who's doing the action. Okay, and it also will eventually tell us, as you learn more, if it's a present tense action, if it's past, or it will be future. What is to conjugate a verb? I know we've already spoken about this in class. Just want to make sure everyone's clear. To conjugate means to change, and to conjugate a verb is to change the verb form. And we will be conjugating verbs using the simple patterns. And we will learn also about the irregular verbs, like I mentioned before. We're going to talk about the infinitive of the verb, and you're going to be hearing that word. So what's the infinitive? The infinitive is when the verb form, and I call it the simplest form, and it is in its AR, ER, or IR ending. This video in particular is going to be talking about the ER endings. The verb, when it's in its infinitive, it is basically saying to plus the verb. To drink, to run, to skip, to jump. We don't know who's doing the action on that simple form. For example, with beber, beber means to drink. It's going to end in the ER. And we don't know who's doing the action. We know it means to drink, but who's doing the drinking, we do not know. So regular ER ending verbs, we're going to look at the pattern that we use to conjugate in present tense. We're going to remove that ending. Okay, so in this case it's an ER, so we're going to remove the ER, and then we're going to add a new ending depending on who's doing the action. And it will be minus the ER plus O, minus the ER plus ES, minus the ER plus E, minus the ER plus EMOS, minus the ER plus ACE, and minus the ER plus N. So something simple you can think is OSE, EMOS, ACE, N. OSE, EMOS, ACE, N. And you know there's a very fun song on YouTube that you can watch called Conjugation Style. And just skip to the section where he does the ER verbs. Here it is again on a table format. For the yo form, let's go back to beber. We remove the ER ending yo bebo. Tú bebes. Él o ella o usted bebe. Nosotros o nosotras bebemos, vosotros o vosotras bebéis, and then ustedes, ellos y ellas beben. Okay? Now we're going to look at the verb to have. Okay? This is in English. We had that on the last video that we watched. I have, you have, she has, etc. This is the way it conjugates in English. There's hardly any change. So here we have, we're going to follow some of the rules and see how it works with this verb. So first thing we need to do is remove the ending. So for tener, we remove the ER and it becomes ten. And then I need to add our new ending, which is OSE, EMOS, ACE, N. Okay? But what's going to happen with this verb is going to be a stem changing verb, meaning that there's going to be a little bit of a change on the root or the stem, which is that beginning part, the TEN. So the E is going to change to an IE in certain persons. It's not going to do in all of them. It's going to be in certain person. So we're going to go look. We added the OSE, EMOS, ACE, N on all of them. But then we have that on the yo, we have the G, yo tengo. The tú, The stem changes, the E changes to an IE, so to tienes. Él or ella tiene, and remember, usted also goes in this same, usted tiene. Nosotros or nosotras tenemos, okay? There's no change, there's no stem changing in this one. And you, informal plural, vosotros or vosotras tenéis. Again, ellos, ellas, and then again, ustedes tienen. If you were to highlight the ones that change, you will see that you will make the shape of like a little boot. Okay, so they call this a boot verb. And whatever is outside of the boot follows the pattern perfectly. Okay, just to tell you, if you have any questions about this, please let me know in class tomorrow. Thank you for listening.